Desmond's mom began to cry as soon as she heard what her son said. People also laughed at her and said a lot of bad things behind her because of the channel. This is Noon with P. Here you get to hear interesting stories that will entertain you, inspire you, motivate you, and leave you with lots of lessons. Entertainment plus impact is the goal. So today I will continue the story I started off yesterday, titled The Nightmare. If you've not listened to the first part of this story, do want to click the link in the description so you can understand the story properly. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, please just click the notification bell right now and subscribe. Okay, so let's go to the story for today. Desmond's mom began to cry as soon as she heard what her son said. People also laughed at her and said a lot of bad things behind her because of the problem they faced at home. Despite all their riches, she remembered how four of her daughters died mysteriously when they were still little kids, and now her first son is a drunkard and a drug addict. They felt so bad. Desmond began to cry as well, and they got down on their knees, begging Henry to change. But Henry looked at both of them, hissed, and left the house. For several weeks, Henry didn't come back to their house, and this left his mother shattered and Desmond very sad. She informed her husband about the situation and begged him to come back earlier than they planned, with tears in her eyes. Husband felt so heartbroken hearing his wife cry bitterly, so he agreed to come back next week after the call. Next week fast approached, and something devastating happened that led to Desmond's mother lying on the hospital bed. She slumped and went out of consciousness as soon as she heard the plane crash that took her husband's life. When she regained consciousness, a new health challenge surfaced that kept her in the hospital for several months. They spent a lot of money and the family was heading towards bankruptcy because there are several businesses around the globe was shaking seriously. At some point, she could no longer bear the pain, and she told Desmond, "Go get me a pastor. No matter what it will cost you, go call a pastor for me." Desmond quickly hurried and went out in search of a pastor, and he got one, brought him to the hospital to pray for his mother. While the pastor was praying, he suddenly stopped and turned to Desmond and said, "Many people want you dead." Desmond's eyes widened in shock and exclaimed, "Yes, I see them in my dream every time I go to bed. It's always a nightmare." The pastor nodded his head. "Yes, that's because your father has made many people wandering beings by taking their glory and using it to prosper himself. Your father is a strong occultic man." When Desmond and his mother heard this, they were both startled. But then his mother started gasping for breath. The doctors rushed in, and with their diagnosis, they needed a lot of money to run the surgery on her immediately. So Desmond dashed out of the hospital without saying a word to the pastor. After a while, a strange number called the pastor, and the strange caller said, "Your number was the last number the disease called." The pastor was shocked and wondered who this disease might be. Could it be because he revealed a secret? But he quickly calmed down, and the strange caller kept talking. One Mr. Desmond had a fatal accident and died instantly. The pastor shouted and cried out, "Parents, Be careful about what you do today because it can affect your family and your children tomorrow. May this family rest in peace. And that is the end of the story titled The Nightmare. If you're a parent or parent to be, one thing you should do is sow good seeds for your children and family to eat in the future. Please share the story to your loved ones or any parents you know or a parent to be. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Your comment is well appreciated at this moment. Tell me, what do you think about this whole situation? Because it's happening. And subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on the interesting content I'll be posting here. See you in my next video. Bye.